And Westside quarterback Kadien Vance. Caden, you guys play Independence on Friday night, and I would assume that's probably the biggest game that you guys have played in a while here. Maybe that you play here at all.
Yeah, I mean, as far as meaning goes, it's a big game. It's going to be a playoff atmosphere here. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people. Just between, it's going to be a top 10 matchup. I think we're 5 and they're 6 right now. If you can correct me on that, I'm not sure. But and it's homecoming, so everybody's going to be out here to listen to that. And I think as far as the game goes, it's definitely a big game. It's a big game for both teams. I mean, they're already at 3-2. I mean, we're sitting at 5-0 right now. So if we can win this one, I think we win out and should have a really good shot at winning a state championship.
You guys are, you in particular, you've gotten a lot of notoriety now. Kind of how we assumed it would go at the beginning of the year. You hearing a lot more now, your name being mentioned, maybe in places you thought it wouldn't be, kind of statewide.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely out there, but I mean, my name don't get out there without having guys help me. I mean, obviously you can't do it all as a quarterback. You got to have time to get rid of it and guys to throw to. So,
which is a good segue into your receivers. I mean, those are guys that really help you. You told me after the Wyoming East game, you felt confident in that you could throw to any of those guys, and they would make the play for you. You still feel that way?
I think I even feel better about it now. I mean, we still have our top 3. We lost one week or 2 ago in practice. We lost Brax to a collarbone injury, but with Kyler, Colton, and Austin, all those guys are wonderful.
You have a favorite play with each of those guys?
Favorite play that they've made?
That they've made for you?
We'll start with Kyler. We'll just go from left to right. We'll start with Kyler on the outside. Playing against Mingo Central here this year, I think it might have been tied up or we were down. We were tied up 14-14. It was to take the lead in the 4th quarter. We ran a fake bubble screen. We threw him on a fade route and he's wide open. We take the lead, and then we got the defensive stop and won that game.
And that was a big win for you.
It was. And then we'll go on to Colton. Last year, I threw him an arrow route, just something quick to get a couple yards. He ended up making a guy miss and running over a dude on the 1-yard line. It just shows how tough that kid is. And we'll go last one with Austin. Austin's his last year here against Tug Valley when he mossed that kid for that 60-yard touchdown. That was wild. This place went crazy.
You assume that'll be the kind of the setting here on Friday night with Independence coming in. Wild,
crazy crowd. And we need it to be. We need 3rd downs for them to be loud. 12th man to help a lot.
As a group, what makes these receivers so special? I mean, some guys are speed guys. Overall, what makes them so special? I mean, if you look at the numbers, you pretty much are even in targeting those guys.
It's just the chemistry we have. I mean, since me, Kyler, and Colton got here, I've played with Kyler basketball, whatever it may be, since we were real little. Colton, I've known him my whole life. Austin, I didn't meet him until a couple years ago, but since then, for 3 years straight, we've played year-round with each other, whether it be basketball or football. So I'd say the chemistry we have with these guys in this group, it's phenomenal. It's probably the best wide receiver core in the state, and I'm thankful for these guys.
When Jackson left, you kind of assumed that quarterback role, starting quarterback role as a sophomore. Did you foresee it being like it is now with all the numbers? You're on the verge of taking down all of your coaches' records, and he's a guy that almost single-handedly took a team to the state championship game. Did you kind of foresee that at all?
I kind of thought that I knew what we would have in a couple of years. I mean, with Austin, we didn't know he'd be here till he transferred in. But with all the guys that we had, we were young then, and we're matured now, we're older. I mean, I kind of figured that we'd all take a big leap and we'd be pretty good this year.
Has it been exactly what you expected? In a little bit, no. I mean, your name is out there for the Kennedy. I don't think it probably was at the beginning of the summer. It is now. Could you even?
The Kennedy Award's highly regarded. I knew I wanted to do big things. I knew we had a good team to do big things, but I didn't. As far as like personal accolades, I never thought that the Kennedy Award would be a real possibility until now. I know it is.
You have a favorite route to throw? I'm asking these guys what their favorite route to run is.
The open one.
See, I knew
I'll
you.
find
I
that.
think you gave me that same answer at the one. Which route do you like to see them running? The open one. Who do you throw to? That's the question. The question was,
That was the
who do you
question.
throw to? The open one.
The open one, which is usually all of them.
And you feel like that if you need to, any of those guys can make a play for you?
Oh, absolutely. Any of these guys can make plays when we need to.
Are you even cognizant when you're throwing a pass of who it's going? Do you know who you're going to when you throw it? When you
mean?
release the ball, do you know who it's going to?
Although I know what guy I'm throwing
Uh-huh.
to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Obviously, I know what route each guy's running. So, I mean, yeah, usually I
You
know.
got a pretty good idea
Yeah.
where it's going. How many plays do you think you've checked out of and gone to? Maybe not the receiver, the plays drawn up for. How many times have you been able to, audible out of it, or just go through your progressions and change where you would have gone?
It just happens going through progression, it just happens as plays go. Normally, you can get a look of who's going to be open, but if something blows up, busted coverage, or in the wrong coverage, you predict.
How slow is the game for you now, as opposed to maybe when you started?
It's so much slower than what it was when I was a sophomore. Now I'm calm. I can stand back there, move around in the pocket, take a couple 1-2 steps, get myself free to throw the ball. It's a lot calmer than it was as a sophomore.
Did you have to buy into the run game part of your game?
Coach Koger's dad, Noel, we call him Coach Swole. He looked at me at the
And he
beginning of
really
the year.
is.
Yeah, he walks. We always make fun of him because he walks around like a rooster. But he pulled me aside and he told me that I was gonna have to start running like I was actually 6'4", 210, instead of like I was 5'3", 130. So I kind of had an idea coming into this would be what it kind of resorted to.
You're on the verge of some records here. I don't know. You're probably not going to get the quarterback rushing yardage because the guy rushed for 2,000 yards at senior year. You have one record you would like to break, just so you can hang it over his head for a little while and mess with him? I'm talking about Justin Koger's record.
Yeah, that record is to be the first team at Westside to win a state championship.
And that really would be something that you
what
because
I
they
want.
came one game within, two wins, I guess, and one game from being there.
I think that's the one that I would hang over his head.
Okay, all right. Hey, Kadien, I appreciate the time, and good luck to you guys Friday and the rest of the season. Thank you.